if you think about it, there are very few countries in the world where culture is, as I said in my brief speech, part of our DNA as a diplomatic tool. The issue here is not just to consider culture as something to protect, to promote heritage-wise. It's also the idea that through this soft power of culture, and once again it's a common vision between India and France, we can contribute, as Deschanel said, to a multipolarity. This meaning that we don't want to be trapped, entangled in the trap of uniformity. We want to contribute to a diversity, and as it was rightly said, diversity is the base of democracy. Then, through culture, and it's definitely the case of France, I mean, we were the first country in the world to create, a ministry of culture, which in some countries is very exotic, not in India. But India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shinara Modi, has really the capacity, which is already the case, to contribute to diversity. So, considering that we have the same ambition, the same desire to contribute to this diversity, culture, I dare to say that culture is as important as defense and security in our partnership, because it also helps us to connect our people-to-people exchange. I mean, it was clearly identified last year during our National Day when Prime Minister Shinara Modi went to France, that we had to work, if I may say, on three legs: security and defense, what we call the partnership for the planet, and people-to-people exchange. And culture and education is centered. So this huge project, once again, the largest, so far we are the largest museum in the world, but when you will complete it, your museum, unfortunately, will be the second in the world. But this project is a unique opportunity to enlarge and to diversify our partnership in, once again, a strategic sector, which is culture.
So what is the rough timeline of this? And also second part, you have always...
अभी कुछ बात करूँ ये मुझे लगता है उचित नहीं होगा, क्योंकि डिपेंड्स ऑन मेनी थिंग्स. अभी तो काम आज हमने कहा तो है, हालांकि इस म्यूजियम के निर्माण को लेकर के जो बेसिक ओवर द टेबल काम करने का विषय है और जो मैपिंग ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग बिल्डिंग है, जो रिस्टोरेशन की आवश्यकता भी एग्जिस्टिंग बिल्डिंग में होगी. रिस्टोरेशन जब मैं कहता हूं तब उसको ओरिजिनल फॉर्म में जब बनाया गया था उसमें लाने के लिए, क्योंकि पिछले इस लगभग 100 साल की यात्रा में या 100 साल से कुछ अधिक वर्षों की यात्रा में वहाँ बहुत सारे रिक्वायरमेंट नीड बेस्ड चेंजेस विद इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पार्टीशंस और वो कर दिए गए. उन सबको हटा करके एक बार वापस रिस्टोर करने में जो आवश्यकता होगी उसको स्टडी करना, उसको मैपिंग करने का काम नॉर्थ ब्लॉक में लगभग पूरा हो गया, साउथ ब्लॉक में काम चल रहा है. एक बार सर्किल विस्टा की बिल्डिंग पूरी हो जाने के बाद में मंत्रालय शिफ्ट होंगे, उसके बाद में जो है ग्राउंड पे काम शुरू होगा. इसलिए अभी ये कह देना कि काम पूरा कब तक हो जाएगा ये मुझे लगता है उचित नहीं होगा. जहां तक पुरानी बिल्डिंग का फर्दर यूसेस को लेकर के विषय है, पार्लियामेंट में जो क्वेश्चन आया था तब आपने ठीक कहा, मैंने ये कहा था, उसका उत्तर देते हुए भी कि अभी हमने ये तय नहीं किया. लेकिन भारत की कल्चरल विविधता को लेकर देखते हुए और जितना जब प्रोग्रेस एंड रिचनेस व्हाट वी हैव, उसको देखते हुए हमारे पास में अनेक तरह की संभावनाएं इसके फर्दर यूजों को लेकर के हो सकती है. उन पर विचार करते हुए अंततः विवेकपूर्ण निर्णय जो होगा वो निर्णय समय आने पर आप सबके साथ में हम निश्चित ही साझा करेंगे.
Creating a museum inside a heritage building is a challenge, definitely so, but it's not the only challenge. I would not like you to think that the museum is just a question of putting collection into a building with the difficulty of having an heritage building. It's much more than that. So we have first of all to make things in connection between what will be the narrative, the collection, but also to be sure that it will be attractive for the public, and also respecting the heritage building that will host all these a complex system. And I insist on the fact that it is a complex system, and we have to, our expertise is to support our Indian colleagues in order for them to understand all these different aspects. Because of course, in every of these aspects, they are as competent as we are. It's not just the question of putting all the elements into one complex system. And definitely, when you create a museum and building, it creates a bit of complexity because you have to respect the building, and it is not only an heritage building, it's also a building which is at the heart of the political center of New Delhi and of India. So it has other challenges like security, etc. So to answer your question, having to create a museum in an heritage building, it's something we did in Paris with all the complexities, but there are much more complexities to take into account to be sure that at the end of the day it will be a success, and that what we try to endeavor ourselves with our Indian colleagues to be sure that the result will be really there.